Okay, we are going to talk about how to create a rubric and attach it to an assignment or discussion board. First of all, go to your course resources and click on Rubric. That will bring you to this page. Then we are going to click on New Rubric, and you'll see we have two tabs. We'll do each one. We're in the Properties tab. I'm going to create a rubric for my discussion board. So I'm going to call this Discussion Rubric. And you need to publish this, otherwise when you go to the discussion board and you want to assign it, it won't find it. It has to be published. I just go ahead and do published because I'll forget later, so I go ahead and check that now. When you get down here, you have the choice between analytic and holistic. There is a document that explains the difference between these two briefly. A holistic rubric, you're doing an overall assessment instead of a breakdown. And I think most of us are familiar with the analytic rubric, where we have criteria and we're looking for specific things, and an excellent level gets the most points and the lowest performance level gets less points. So we'll stick with the analytic type. Now let's look at an example here. This is my discussion board rubric, and you'll see that I have 1, 2, 3, these what is called categories here. The rows here, those are the criteria, and 1, 2, 3, those are the levels. So excellent level, satisfactory level, etc. So here I am in my rubric. I've chosen analytic because I'm going to assign points, and I'm going to grade individual items. I need 3 levels, and I need 3 criteria. Now regarding visibility, I like students to see the rubric. That way they know what items I'm looking for and what items they need to include to get an A versus a B or C. So I always make it visible. I think that's the best method. And I don't know why you'd hide scores from students, so I don't check that. We're going to go ahead and hit save. Alright, so let's go to the next tab, Levels and Criteria. You'll remember we selected 3 and 3. Now we need to put the information in each of these boxes. So for criteria 1, 2, and 3, let's go to level 3 and edit the level. And you'll notice we have criteria 1, 2, and 3. You can simply copy, sorry, I don't need that open twice. We can copy and paste. So this is level 3, and we'll just pop that in there. And actually, let me just make this a bit easier. Put that there, put that there. Okay, so I can take the second one and then the third one. Okay. If you want to add additional feedback that students would see, you can. I'm not sure what information you put there until you've seen their submission. So we're going to hit save, and we've now created level 3. Let's go ahead and create level 2. And I am going to pause the video while I complete the copy paste. Okay, I have completed copy pasting those items from my Word document into this. I'm going to hit close, and I now have a discussion rubric, and you'll see that it is published and it's the analytic type. So let's go to the discussion board, and I'm going to add it by editing my topic. You can add it as you create your topic, but since I already have one here, I want to go to the assessment tab, and I want to add the rubric, and I can select this rubric for my discussion and hit save and close. So there is a small difference in how to grade using the rubrics with the discussion board versus assignments, and unfortunately in the discussion board you can't see the discussion and the rubric at the same time, and I'll show you that. There is a document attached that shows you how to grade discussions with rubrics, but let me just show you what it looks like. So I clicked on a student's post, and then I can click on Assess Topic, and it will bring up the list of students, and then when I click on Discussion Rubric, I now have the rubric, but you'll notice I don't have the discussion. So that's a little tricky, and there's a handout for how to do that. I do want to show you it works differently when you have a rubric with an assignment. So here I have an assignment called Learning Outcomes. I'm going to click on that so I can grade those items. And when I click on the first student, which is a teacher here, you'll see over on the right that the rubric that I attached already is here, and I can see the student's paper. When I click on that, it opens this box, but I can still see the student's paper. So I'm able to fill in the boxes by selecting here, and then I can hit Save and Record. And I want to make sure this is checked, Transfer Rubric Feedback to the assignment submission. And so that way the students can see the rubric. If they click on this, they'll see which boxes you selected, and you could have written in feedback in those boxes, or you can write feedback down here in the regular box. But you can see how you see both of them at the same time. So that is a difference. I would recommend that you look at the handout related to grading discussion boards with a rubric. And that is rubric creation and assignment.